Tough choices because obviously you've played so much for Wales and you've played for some great Arsenal teams. That Juventus experience. Let's have a look. I'm sure I've missed some clubs out or some teammates. But here you go. Was that an easy one, Buffon?
Yeah, I mean, an absolute legend in the game. So, yeah, and a great human being. So, yeah, he definitely my goalkeeper.
What have we gone for? We've gone back four here or back three? Oh, back four. Go on, talk us through it.
So, yeah, obviously, very sort of Juve-based. You know, they built their sort of success on having good defences and things like that. So, I've gone Danilo and Chiellini and Alexandro, and I love Koscielny as well. My time with him at Arsenal, I thought he was fantastic.
He's a good player for Arsenal, wasn't he? He's a good
really
defender.
good. His understanding of the game is quick, powerful, strong, good technically, and obviously had a great career as well with France. So.
What about Chiellini?
A warrior.
Yeah.
A warrior. An old school, leave every single ounce of it out on the pitch. So.
Did he train like that as well?
Yeah. Yeah, he was all or nothing. So, again, a great professional, lovely guy, and an unbelievable footballer.
I thought you'd actually go with Chris Gunter at right back. What's happened there?
Yeah, I'm going to have a message off him later on. But, no, I think, yeah, Danilo as well, played at some great clubs, City, Juve, Brazil. So, yeah, that's my back four.
Sort of Juve defence, Italian sort of style defence, and then the midfield is leaning more towards Arsenal. Yeah. Hey, that's not bad, is it?
No, Fabregas was an unbelievable player. And obviously, when I came to Arsenal, he was the person that I was looking up to. Amazing. And Cazorla, one of my favourite footballers to play alongside. An absolute joy to play. Like, unbelievably gifted, technically, both feet, take a corner with one foot, the other foot. A joy. So, yeah, I've gone really offensive in the midfield.
Not much protection for that back four, is
No, I know, that's where I've gone.
That's why Chiellini's
that's why it's all the Italians. Go on, what have we got?
Behind the striker, we've got these three.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they don't need much explanation for them. But Ozil as well was amazing to play with. I know he had a bit of criticism for, you know, picking and choosing, but such an intelligent footballer. And on his day could unlock his weight of pass is like that final pass for you to sort of go on to and hit first time. Like it was just.
Is there certain players you actually love playing with? Was he one of those?
Yeah.
You know, when you're playing, you know, even in training, or I used to see that with Steven Gerrard at Liverpool. Sort of 2 or 3 players you could see love. Sort of, they'd always be playing 1-2s with each other. I always imagine you could, you know, if you feel like there's a player on your wavelength, you're permanently trying to feed him the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was like, his football IQ was through the roof, and his little movements, his understanding of the game, and yeah, he was amazing. I think he had a lot of sort of unfair criticism for, you know, not having that sort of body language or whatever, but that was just the way he was, and he needed an arm around him. He needed a Wenger to get around him and make him feel special, like. And that's how you would get the best out of him.
So what was your experience of Cristiano Ronaldo then?
Yeah, again, obviously, yeah, maybe changed a bit in the way that he played, like certainly from his, you know, United days or early Madrid days, but like an unbelievable player, one of the greats, just so driven to score or to. You know, he's one of them, like, when you come off the pitch, don't score, he's not happy. He needs to score. He needs to keep getting these records, keep chasing. Like, but a great guy off the pitch as well, but so demanding. I think, you know, everything that he does in terms of his gym, his prep, everything is just for him to be able to achieve the best, the most he can out.
Who's the centre forward?
Centre forward is Giroud.
Oh, you didn't pick the gaffer?
Fellas.
He hasn't picked Bellamy.
No, I think Bale just pipped it in front of him. But,
we'll come back to Gareth, but why Giroud?
Giroud was, I think, Giroud was a bit underrated. His link-up play was really good, his intelligence. He's played at some big clubs and been really successful at all them clubs. Played for France, you know, won the World Cup. broken records there. He was, and obviously he had a hand in both my sort of FA Cup winners as well. So I played, I sort of played really well alongside him. I could understand him and could run off him and beyond him. And he was intelligent enough to recognise that as well and to play me in at times and things like that. So I think we had a good little relationship on the field.
Before we go to Gareth and Wales, the manager for this team, because you've played for some great managers as well, who would be the appropriate person to take charge of that 11, do you think?
Yeah, I think there'd only be one. That would be Arsene Wenger. I think there's a lot of sort of Arsenal going through the spine of that team. So
I think he quite liked that team, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think he was a great man manager. I think he got the best. He knew how to get the best out of individuals. And like I said earlier with Ozil, he knew if you fought him, then maybe he might go the other way. But he needed an arm around it.
Well, he had his biggest success when he come into Arsenal. He had the back four was already made for him, so he's got that back four there. Yeah. Winning big trophies there, I think,
moving forward.
Mr. Wenger.
So come on then, Gareth Bale, tell us about your Wales teammate, someone who you've shared an incredible journey with, really.
Yeah, amazing footballer. Like on his day, when he was in the Premier League and the athleticism and the speed and the power that he had was just nobody could live with that. I mean, the way he just used to power his way past players and then just rifle balls into the top corner and things like that. It was just breathtaking at times. And obviously, I had another sort of great relationship with him on the field for Wales, and was lucky enough to spend so many, memorable moments with him.
When your youngsters, even sort of coming through youth teams, under 21s, I mean, was you always aware that you had two special players that could, propel Wales to something they hadn't been before? Because I think of all the great players Wales have had in the past. I think of Ian Rush, Ratcliffe, Southall, Mark Hughes, all these great players you couldn't actually get to a tournament. Do you always feel confident with the two of you there you could do that? Yeah,
I think so. I think we had a sort of, not just me and Gareth, we had Joe Allen, we had Chris Gunter, we had a load of other players, young players who were sort of playing together at a very young age and came all the way through the age groups and went all the way on then to the senior level. But I think, we always believed that this group would have a chance. I think we come close in the 21s. I think we lost to England in playoffs and
you don't like England, do you?
No, I think yeah. So we always knew that this team would have a chance again to a final and sort of putting that to bed, because it's been I can't remember, the 58 years or something like that since we've actually been in a major tournament.
So that 2016 adventure where you did come so close, how special was that for you, despite all those incredible experiences you've had at club level, to be doing this with these guys that you come through with in the national team? Yeah,
this is one of my favourite moments, probably. Spending 8 weeks with these guys and achieving what we did was just so special. I mean, nobody would have ever imagined us getting to the semi-final, but I mean the team, the squad, the environment that we created was just so special, and it was a sort of brotherhood there, and it was, like I said, there was no sort of egos in there. Everyone was treated on the same level and solely focused on playing their part in that team, and we had so much success from that.
Was it tough missing the semi-final? It must have been.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as this was a career high, that must have been one of the lows.
Yeah, it was tough. Me and Ben Davis at the time, we missed the semi-final through suspension, a couple of yellow cards as well, which is ridiculous, really. In 5 or 6 games, 2 yellows, missing one of the biggest games of your career. But yeah, it was tough to take, and obviously played against Portugal, and Ronaldo leapt about, I don't know how high he went. There was not a lot you could do about that. So yeah, that was the end of that. But an amazing experience, and I think, definitely one of them. Definitely it was up on top of my list.
Do you think there's another adventure with Wales to come?
Yes, I do. I really believe that.
Mr. Bellamy?
Yeah, I think he's come in and he's been a breath of fresh air. I think him and his staff that are come in, they're so detailed. The amount of information that they pass on, and I've been really, really, really impressed by them. And I think with this Welsh team and the talent that we have in there now, with the likes of Brennan Johnson, Harry Wilson, other players as well. They're really good players who can hurt opposition. So if we get the structure right behind that, and we can hurt teams.
This Wales team does have a habit of appointing from within. Might that be Aaron Ramsey one day?
Yeah, of course, that would be a very proud moment for me one day. So hopefully a few years away yet, but definitely would interest me one day.
That's the career path you see for yourself, is it, to become a football manager?
Yeah, I think I've done my A license now, so I'll be starting my pro soon. So definitely something that I'm really interested in, and it's addictive as well. I've been around the 18s a few times at Cardiff. Been lucky enough to coach them, and yeah, you do watch games differently now, and you do get addicted, or you want to try certain things. So yeah, I think hopefully one day, I will have the opportunity to do that.
So he hasn't picked Craig Bellamy in his team, and you're after his job? Speechy.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with me, is he?
Aaron, it's been a delight to have you with us tonight. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
I'm surprised.